and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is someone who just checked into the Earl Hotel. It's the Nandi Boetes.
Which one's that again?
Barton Fink.
I've literally started make little names for every hotel. Like El Royale is the pervert hotel. Like Identity is the murder hotel. Like just little names for every hotel to kind of remember them and make them their own little thing. What a fun pod we're gonna have. Tell the people what we're doing.
Yeah, so what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be talking about our favorite, well, no, just not even our favorite, but just moments that take place in hotels that are horrifying, or it could be emotionally horrifying, it could be violent, it could be paranoia, it could be all in the heads, it could be just the isolation of it.
I just don't want to be there.
It could be a very expensive hotel. I don't want to be here, and it's fun though, because at first I thought it would be easy, and then my list changed about 14 times, and then I finally had to settle on a list because we each picked 5. So this isn't just horror movies. This is any film that features something going on at a hotel, motel, in B&B, Airbnb that's just mortifying.
Yeah,
for various degrees.
Not cool. Yeah.
And
it's got an eclectic mix, I think.
You know what I love too? I was just kind of sitting there one day. I don't even remember what I was doing, but I just got a message from you, and you're like, "We should do a hotel horror episode." I'm like, "All right."
Yeah, I know. Like one of those random ideas where afterwards I'm like, "Isn't this like a lot of work, Andy? What were you thinking?" But no, it was actually quite easy because I think, yeah, like you said, it's not necessarily like our favorite or like the best. But it's the ones that definitely, got stuck in our minds. And I think most people would agree. I mean, like we do have like the killer hotels on the list and stuff. But yeah, I think we've got a fun. I mean, we've got comedy in here. We've got like kids fantasy movie that wrecked all of us when we were little. We've got like a lot of different stuff. So
90 and 91 punched me in the face as a child with some of these violent movies that.
Right.
Like Little Monsters, Witches, Ernest Scared Stupid. It's like, just take my, just end me now. Is basically with how violent those movies are. But hey, how about this? Let's get the big hitter out of the way.
Let's do that.
Let's get the big hitter out of the way.
Let's do it. Let's talk about the lady in the bathtub.
And real quick, we're not going to meet Psycho. We absolutely adore. We've talked about it a lot on the show before. Like
that's the thing.
Same
with Dr. Sleep. Like, I mean, we've done a whole episode. Like, it felt weird for me not to pick Dr. Sleep because it's like my favorite. But yeah, I mean, we've done it. So
that's okay. So we're gonna have to talk about 1980's The Shining, directed by Stanley Kubrick, with production design, which is important to mention, by Roy Walker. They built this beautiful stage in Elstree Studios in Hertfordshire, England, with exteriors done in Utah. And it's The Shining, based on Stephen King's book. And I teach a film studies class, and I screen this for my students. Now, I don't want you thinking that I do nothing but Kubrick and Spielberg. I mix it up. I do worldwide cinema. But I just
you shall deeply see. I
do. And hallway fights. An entire episode, an entire
kitchen
class.
Fights.
Entire class, I just showed them like Asian cinema. All over, like Indonesia,
Fantastic.
Japan, Hong Kong, like anywhere I could find, I just showed them hallway fights, bathroom fights, single take fights. I just started showing them Tony Jaa fights. Like I get sidetracked easily, but
Nice.
I screened The Shining for them, and my students afterwards were hilarious because there's a few of them, and they just kind of were like, I don't like the way that made me feel. Like they didn't like Kubrick has this innate ability to just make you feel like trash. Like you watch Full Metal Jacket, you watch Clockwork Orange. Now I love Doctor Strangelove, that's like an all-timer for me, but you watch The Shining and it's over 2 hours. You have this dreamlike world. The Steadicam work by Garrett Brown is just, unbelievable. Meticulous sets, meticulous framing. Poor Shelley Duvall was driven mad because of Kubrick being a maniac, for lack of a better term. But you have to cover this movie because of just the production design and the carpeting and the way that they filmed it to not let you know where you were, and just the way it made you feel, and the steady, like I love just the Steadicam work. Before that, like the Steadicam was used to film Rocky running up the stairs in Rocky. but this one was more of a device that made the movement seem like ghostly in this movie. And you just have to talk about the Overlook. You have to talk about the Overlook Hotel.
I mean, it is the horror hotel. Like, there's a reason that everyone, when it comes to horror hotels or whatever, like, that is the reference. It's the Overlook Hotel. It has truly become the horror hotel that, like, yeah, you either reference or, I guess try to recreate if you want to on your own terms, I guess. But I mean, yeah, it's iconic. It's absolutely iconic. And very unsettling. You're absolutely right. Like the way you feel when you watch it. I remember not really being a big fan of The Shining because of the way it made me feel. Like I could appreciate the technical, applications of it, but I've never been that big on it just because I hate watching that movie. Like I feel so shit afterwards. So it's just, yeah, but it's so good. And I mean, it does what it needs to do. That absolute unsettling feeling going through that hotel. I love when little Danny is like driving with his little cart down the hall. I mean, that is, again, very, iconic sequence there. And even with the carpet, those colors are, I guess, like kind of ingrained into our brains, yeah. Wow, it's a good horror hotel. It's the horror hotel.
And horrible things happen there, and the carpet is used at Alamo Draft Houses around the United States, like a really cool cinema chain. And also,
Nice.
like, the maze that they had. You know what I found out? So I found out the maze, the fake snow, was 8 inches of salt. So this is what Steadicam operator Garrett Brown said. He said, I was trudging through dairy salt 8 inches deep with styrofoam above 1,000-watt lights on thoroughly dried out pine needles. We were all terrified of fire the whole time, crunching along in my continually rotting boots because of the salt and 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It was oil smoke, now illegal, but then legal, and we breathed it in for 3 months to make that mist.
Wow. I mean, yeah, that's a lot. Like that's a lot of effort put in there to create that. I mean, again, it's iconic and it works, but you're like, oh my gosh, at what cost?
And it's still popping around with the Steven Weber remake of The Shining, and then you had Ready Player One with the major Shining scene, and then Dr. Sleep, and so it's just so relevant still today. And I know that we here at MFF like to be funky, but I just had to cover this because I just love my student. One of my students is like, I need to go pray. Like, it just made me laugh. Like, and it was earnest. Like, listen, my student, she felt so affronted by the movie. And she's super, like, one of the coolest students I have. The chillest, coolest student. But she just went, I gotta go pray. Like, that messed me up. And
yeah.
But it was like, that's what you feel. Like, I felt like when I watched them walk out of the classroom, they had 40-pound weight vests on them. And it's just, you have to cover Overlook Hotel. So I got that out of the way. And now we can jump into some funkier ones. But what's your first pick?
Well, yeah, since we're doing like almost the obvious ones and the stuff from when we were little, let's do The Witches, like the 1990 original Roald Dahl's The Witches. I mean, listen, the whole kid's getting turned into like my singer-side. I don't know who would want to actually stay at a hotel with a big group of women who all looks like they come from the Stepford Wives Club or something. Like rewatching this movie again, I was like, if I ever should arrive at a hotel like that and see like that group of people, I wouldn't think witches or whatever. Like it would just be like, I don't think this is my vibe. I think I'll maybe go and what else is available in town?
Yeah, that was not. Yeah, get out.
So intimidating, these big women, loud women, taking over and then being witches and turning little boys into mice.
And pushing strollers down hills.
Yes. Oh, with the rewatch, I laughed so much because, I mean, that woman was really enjoying it. She was giddy, cheering the little stroller on.
Oh, gosh. And remember when the kid's in the tree and it's not at the hotel, but the witch is like, hey, do you want a snake? Like, that's... I mean... I'm like rubbing my forehead right now thinking about it.
And does. I think it's kind of, isn't there like a poem or something? It's like little girls like frilly stuff, and boys like snakes and creatures. I don't know. But
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know who thought that this is like a thing. Because, yeah, I actually don't know a lot of guys who would have been like, cool, yeah, give me a snake.
Like, get away from me, lady. Like, I lived in Florida and I hated those little lizards that ran around everywhere. Like, what, brown anoles, like one of those things, like, skinks. I can't even pick those up. Leave me alone with those snakes.
Yeah,
Get
no,
out of here.
no.
And,
Get out of here.
I wrote an article for Cracked way back in the day, but it's called 5 Unnecessarily Terrifying Kids Movies Villains. And I gave The Grand Witch the #1 spot
Yeah.
on it.
No.
And, like, Jim Henson, when her face, like, melts off and she wants maximum results. And then Rowan Atkinson with a blade whapping the hairless rat. And then he squirts something on his face.
Yeah, that was pretty, like, what did I just watch? Even as an adult, like, I'm 38, I'm watching this, I'm like, what am I watching? Like, I mean, it's fantastic. The over the topness of it all. I mean, Angelica Houston is great before she turns into the Grand Rat, because, I mean, she looks like just a giant rat mixed with a Sphinx cat. Like,
the
so
wart
good,
on her nose with the 3 strings of hair.
You can camp under that thing. I mean,
yeah. That thing is.
It's special. But yeah, I mean, that's also like, when it comes to horrifying moments in hotels, in movies, that's definitely one at the top of the list. I think that movie gave a lot of kids, a lot of us, nightmares. Still.
Yeah.
I don't think we know it, but still. But a classic.
Do you think these movies like Ernest Scared Stupid, and I'm always going to keep mentioning it, Little Monsters, there's some mean PG movies back then. And I guess there's thousands of movies I miss each year. But I just think these films like The Witches sort of respect children in a way where they're like, we're going to scare you horrifyingly bad. But I also think for kids to watch like Coraline or those movies, I don't know, do these movies respect the kids more? Or are they just cruel?
I mean, I think like with The Witches, you've got like the other boy that got turned into a mouse. You've got that also kind of little speech at the end where like grandma tells the mother, listen, but I mean, just love your kid, because like she's a bit hard on, because they're rich and assholes and whatever, and she's hard on the kid. And there's this sweet moment where the kid is like, he's a mouse, and he's like, but mom, see, you always said I should lose weight. Now, like, I'm a skinny little mite. Like, it's, I mean, it's this sweet little moment, and you're kind of going like, oh, I mean, the kid was a little bit of a jackass, but, getting turned into a mouse changed him, and new perspectives and whatnot. So, and I mean, the happy ending at the end, I think that's all good. Like, bad witches were gone, and the good witch, got to do her good. And so, I mean, I do think there's that. But I also think it's always fun watching these kind of movies that are for kids, but like, obviously we can also watch it, and because it's more than that, because it's written by adults. So you can kind of also see where adults come from. And I think it's a generational thing too. I think like when we were kids, the adults were way meaner.
Yeah.
I think, we're maybe like a bit like, oh no, we're not killing dogs in any movie anymore. Go F off, like go away, that kind of thing. Like, but I don't know. It's an interesting thing to think about and just to observe, I guess.
And Rowan Atkinson with the butcher knife slaughtering a hairless rat thing.
I forgot about that part. I think I kind of blocked that out. Because, when I watched it again, I was like, this is actually the most hardcore moment in this movie.
And it squirts in something squirts on his face. He's like, ugh. Like, I hit this rodent with a butcher knife, and it's like squirted juice at my face.
It's just so funny because sure, it's in a rodent form, but it's actually a human. So like you just murdered a human. Yeah, it's a witch or whatever, but you just murdered, like I mean, you're not gonna chop the kid mice.
Imagine telling this
It's
story at a
it's
bar.
funny.
So these witches took this convention space in my hotel. They took over some of the dining rooms, and roomed. They reserved in advance. They paid. I mean, they kept the rooms generally tidy. But wow, one of them, the Grand High Witch, started blasting other witches. She turned into a hairless rat. I took a butcher knife and I murdered the Grand High Witch with a butcher knife. And what'd you do later? I just went for a pint. Like, it's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely like a midnight story. Oh, I got a story about soup for you.
Oh, yeah? Oh, soup. So much gas flying around. Oh.
Yeah, I love it when grandma's like, when she sees, the couple is gonna like eat their soup and she just runs over to them and like, no, and grabs it away. They're like, what is wrong with this old lady? And it's like, no, everybody in this hotel is crazy.
I don't have anything against soup, but I'm not a souper. So I wonder if these movies have affected me soup-wise.
Who hurt you when you were little?
I don't know. Like, I'm down for a soup. Like, if Megan makes a great soup, I'm there for it. But
cool.
I'll never just be like, you know what I want? Soup. Like,
I guess I'll never eat soup actually when I'm, dining out. Soup is a home thing,
Yeah.
I guess. Like, I eat soup at home. I make soup at home. I don't go out and pay more money for soup.
Exactly.
It's one of the cheapest things to make at home. Not going to pay like $100 to go and eat soup somewhere.
Exactly. I'm just not a super. I'm not a soup person.
I'm not a public super.
I'm not a public super. I'm a private super.
I'm gonna get t-shirts, Mark.
Private super.
Gonna get Christmas t-shirts. I'm a private super.
And also Billy Madison eating soup made soup very unappealing to me. Remember when he sits and like shovels the soup? He has a spoon that's held at like it just doesn't look right. Like if it was a clock, he's holding the spoon like around the 9 o'clock like area, and he's like ladling it into his face, and just
yeah, that's true.
It's not attractive.
Maybe he's a lefty.
And I just never use big spoons. I'm not a big spoon person either.
No, same. Like, no, we're little spoon people.
But little spoon souping is not fun.
We're private supers with little spoons. I'm glad we got that out of the way. Yeah. I'm glad we've established.
This is like therapy
how we
for
feel
me.
about soup. Exactly. This is what the witches does, it goes deep.
So now that we've gotten this episode kind of loose and fun, I'm going to drag it down into the muck. Is that okay?
I mean, let's get that out of the way too. Yeah, because I've also got one. So
this movie made me want to vomit watching it this morning. It did. I was watching it and I just felt like I hate you. But you are very effective. And then Megan's like, who are you talking to? I'm like, are you eating soup? But it's the Devil's Rejects and it's the Kahiki Palms scene. And, cinematographer Phil Parmet invokes classic 70s cinema with raw handheld style for the Devil's Rejects. There's a interview by the American cinematographer because the more I talk about this scene, the more I just want to puke. And I think the acting is wonderful. Like I think everybody, like Sid Haig, Bill Moseley, Sherry Moon Zombie, all the victims. This movie's lightning in a bottle. It really is. And I remember I had a show. We was in a band called the Brewskis, and every day before we would hang out.
The Brewskis. Yeah, I love that.
We would hang out the day before a show, and just sort of as like bonding. And I remember one day I was trying to make a beer can stand that would hold my microphone. I drank that many Keystones because like whatever. And I was trying to like super glue it together, but the super glue didn't work, and I was like super close to the glue. It was a weird day. But we watched the Devil's Rejects for some reason. We just put it on. And we were a joke band. We started up to open up for this guy called Unknown Hinson. And like one of our first songs, like a vampire drank my blood and she got drunk. I had a song called I Hate Heineken. We had a song called Rambo's an Asshole. Like a bunch of weird. We don't give a F shit like that was the whole song. Like, and we were just singing about how we don't give
Love it.
enough
And that
enough
was
shit.
my favorite.
Yeah,
That's
like
my immediate favorite. I
I,
haven't
I
heard any of these, but I like that one.
I let somebody listen to the Brewskis once, and they're like, it's kind of like anti-music, and that's what we kind of were.
I
But
love it.
but we watched Devil's Rejects, and I'm telling you, it sucked the air out of the room. It I think the drummer and the guitarist drank an entire bottle of Sailor Jerry, and like the show went off the rails after watching this. It was supposed to be like a bonding day, and then we watched this. And I remember during that show, everyone thought I was in character, but I was being me, and I was kind of being like self-destructive. And people are like, "Oh man, Mitch Brewski's crazy." I'm like, "No, it's me. It's Mark."
Smart.
And I like
I'm
had
not
to
feeling
storm out of
okay.
there, and I had someone drive me away. I had to leave. But like the
Yeah.
movie put us in such a terrible place. But the more I think
Yeah.
about it, and like the more I read about it, so like Rob Zombie's note was like he wanted him to watch Amores Perros and 21 Grams. So they did Bleach Bypass on those movies, but he didn't want to do that. He's like, this is just what I want. So they shot a lot on location, but they built the motel room on a stage, and they shot it with, like, he talked about how he lit it. They like lit the heck out of it, but they shot it with these prime lenses that were like lenses were wide open, so capturing all the light in it. And they just, I mean, it doesn't look totally real, but like it's just the way that the scene is lit, so bright and so gross and so grimy and harsh. And then the handheld camera work, like he wanted it almost completely handheld, so they had to like figure out how to shoot handheld without it being the Blair Witch Project. And it's just they could move the walls, but they didn't do it much because they're like, oh, we shouldn't move the walls, like we should film this claustrophobic. And he also talked about how they bounced a lot of light in off the floor. They gave it a theatrical kind of look, and it's not really realistic, he said, but there's a lot of backlight. But they wanted naturalism in the scene. They wanted the impression of naturalism, but not make it seem natural, which is weird. But what I love is that none of the actors liked doing it. Bill Moseley hated it. Sid Haig hated it. All the actors hated it. But then they watched it and they went, "Oh, it's effective."
I mean, it was exactly. It was effective. It was well filmed. Again, he was supposed to be absolutely grossed out, like, because of it. Like, it was just, it's this. That scene is very interesting because, so when I watched this movie when I was younger, I mean, like, I really dug it, but just because it was something different, like, it was like a pretty damn good sequel from House of Thousand Corpses. It just like went there and went with these characters. And honestly, the soundtrack, I was a bit blinded by the soundtrack because what a great freaking soundtrack. I love that soundtrack still. Like, whenever I hear any of those songs, I think of the movie. Yeah, watching that scene again, now that I'm older, I'm like, geez, I mean, it really just, it almost gets harder and harder, like it's just rough, I guess, like the older we get. But yeah, no, I mean, the setup of that, where, we meet these roadies in the band and stuff, and they're also kind of like weird people. It's not like we're immediately rooting for them. And then in comes our, exactly, and then in comes our like big ass antagonists, and they just wreck it, and you feel so sorry for these people, and nobody makes it, and the way they die is all like very, how do you say, like, it's different, everyone has a different death. Yeah, but it's like, it's torture. It's an absolute, I mean, and that's what he was going for. It's this torture, like, yeah, I just thought it was played well off each other with the characters. I think, like, it was the characters that he chose for it. I can't talk today. I'm sorry if I sound weird. I'm struggling.
You're great.
To talk.
And listen,
some days you just have that.
Ebert liked this movie. Ebert liked it, and Ebert hates these movies, but Ebert begrudgingly went, it's very effective.
It is.
And I really believe that's lightning in a bottle, because I think that Rob Zombie has been trying to chase that high for all of his movies, and he can't, because you can't. That
was very unique with those, especially with those particular group of characters too, and actors. Like, I mean, that was very special what happened there. Like, he obviously, Sheri Moon, he like recycles, a lot of like the actors he works with. But honestly, I think that ensemble cast was what did it. And yeah, also the fact that the second movie we got to see more of them, of the main characters, and kind of like, okay, they need to get on the road now, out of the house, away from the farm. And I mean, it's still a good movie. I still think it's like, I'll always like have good things to say about the movie. This particular scene though at the motel is the toughest though. It's hard. It's horrible to watch, really. There are parts where you're just like, okay, can I fast forward this? I know what happens. But it's effective is the best word to describe it.
And that's why I had to include it, because it is just mean. It's mean. And there's a great knife throw in it. And I love the line where he's like, the next thing you say better be some Mark Twain shit, because it's going to be what's on your
grave. Yeah.
It's weird having a literal, like, Otis Driftwood is a very literate, intelligent man. And so sometimes you think he's going to grant somebody mercy, but then he does the worst things imaginable. So you get whiplash from that character.
Exactly.
And it's really interesting. Like, and that scene where Sid Haig is with that woman in the trailer, then he gets up and then he has like, poop stains on his underwear. I'm like, this is that movie. Like, everyone in this movie has those stains on them.
Yeah, they're just gross. They don't care. It's very nihilistic. It's very destructive. It's very like everything is just kind of decomposing as you're watching.
And it wrecked our show, and it made me have a mini meltdown on stage when everyone thought I was in character having a meltdown, like a fake meltdown, but it was a real meltdown.
Oh, hectic, dude. Oh, shame, yeah. I think I was on a high after I watched that movie.
Oh, really?
I was like, yeah, let's go rock and roll.
Oh, God.
But I mean,
the Skinner got you. Skinner got you going, huh? Because like Forsyth in that movie, like what a, oh gosh, yuck.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of. And I actually forgot that Danny Trejo was in it.
Bounty Hunter.
When I did the rewatch, so I was like, what? How did I forget you?
Ugh. All right. So, what's your second pick?
Okay. Yeah. So second picks. Wow. Where did I put this? Oh, there we go. The $1 Million Hotel. So this is a bit like a different one, because I mean, you've got like the horrible stuff happens off screen that you only hear about, but then you've got like, the horrible stuff happens on the roof because 2 people die from that rooftop, like above that horrible rooftop. It's so sad also, like, with like Tom Tom and, like dealing with that. But I love I'm a sucker for unreliable narrator type of story. I really dig it.
This is a great one.
It's fun for me. And I just like the characters are so interesting in this movie for me. Like, I've always enjoyed it, and watching it again now, I'm like, I still like it. It's also one of those movies where critics rated it rotten at 25%, but audience rated it fresh at 67. Like, I was like glad to see that, at least, because like I've only heard people like not digging the movie, and I get that it's not for everyone, but I don't know, I like it. And I mean, Corey did the rewatch with me, and he was also like, man, they don't make movies like this anymore, do they? And I mean, because it's very experimental, and like I think our experimental film these days are just completely different. It's not like, this almost music video type vibe, because I mean, this was like conceptualized by Bono, and then like a German expressionistic filmmaker, Wim, they got Wim in there to like, so yeah, I mean, I really enjoy watching it. I love the quirky characters. I love Peter Stormare, who thinks he's like part of the Beatles. I
Dixie.
mean, I love that it's like this it looks like this dilapidated hotel, but then everyone's rooms are so like unique and expressionistic. Like Tom Tom with all his shoes that he's like collecting. Like, his room is just stacked with shoes. It looks so cool, actually. Peter Stormare's room with his Beatles on acid face, like decorations, and the big wizard that he's got next to his bed. It's just like, I love the set design of like especially like the rooms of the people that we get, and the characters. I don't know, I just love that. But then I also hate that all happens. I don't want to really spoil it, because I think this is a movie that not everyone has seen. So
it's
that's
on
all
Tubi right now. So if you're in the States, you can watch it for free on Tubi.
There we go. There we go. I think a lot of people also kind of dismissed it because Mel Gibson's in it. But honestly, I mean, he kind of fades away for me in this one. Everyone else is just too entertaining, honestly. That's my personal take on it. So if you have like any gripes like regarding that, don't worry about it. Like it's still a good movie.
I mean,
It's something different. It's something interesting. And it's got, yeah, like sadness and beauty and just, yeah, people trying to do their thing in LA.
and with Mila Jovovich, Jeremy Davies, Peter Stormare, Jimmy Smits, Donald Logue, like I like the opening crane shot where there's someone doing drugs, there's someone doing karate
Yes.
or whatever that is.
Yes.
There's an argument going on. There's just a prostitution thing going on, and then you get to. I mean, Jeremy Davies is just an interesting screen presence because there's so many
Yeah.
tweaks and movements, but you can feel his intelligence and earnestness, and it's nice watching Mila in a kind of what's the word for her? What is her? What's the word for her? She's not the action star. She's not the Fifth Element. She's like you could tell this is her
Yeah.
trying to act. She's always acts. I love Mila, but this is her kind of being like a waifish, not a waifish, like a not a.
Yeah, she definitely loses herself in the character
Yeah.
for sure. Like she just kind of goes for it. Like it almost feels ethereal. Like I don't know. I don't think that's the word either. What is the word for Eloise? But yeah, I love also that Jeremy Davis like jumps on Mel Gibson twice like like a monkey. I just love it. He just goes and attacks the guy.
So wiry.
Um,
And Tim
yeah,
Roth, like shoot, why not?
yeah. Tim Roth, Amanda Plummer. I mean, no, it's just yeah, fun cast, like and a very interesting movie. And yeah, when I think of like hotel movies in general, I always think of this one. Yeah, I kind of just like wanted to talk about it.
There's a lot of hotel in it.
I
Pound for
mean,
pound, minute by minute, there's a lot of hotel action.
absolutely. Yeah. And like, yeah, not really of the horror kind. I mean, it's not a horror movie
Mhm.
either, but yeah, it does have its underlying
Well,
not so
horrible
nice stuff
things happen
happening.
there.
Horrible things happen there. Exactly.
All right, so my third pick is a romantic comedy, but it's a romantic
Yes.
comedy that I watched, and I don't know why, but it got me writing again. In 2008, I was living in Korea, and I watched it, and it just got me back on my computer writing immediately.
Oh, wow. That's
Really
so
inspired me.
cool.
I probably had a few too many casts or height in me, so the writing was terrible, but it inspired me to start writing again, and this is Forgetting Sarah Marshall. And it's just, listen, your girlfriend of 5 years breaks up with you, and you go to a resort in Hawaii, and she is there with a world famous singer that she's been with for a long time. And then there's a scene where he sings Inside of You to her in front of, like, so imagine us, like, we're there,
And
and
people think it's the sweetest thing. And people think it's the sweetest thing. Like,
we're already mortified that we're there by ourselves, and our ex is there with her, with their new partner,
no.
and
Yeah.
their new partner sings a song called Inside of You to, like, in front of us. Like, that's mortifying. You are just,
Yeah.
like, what
Want to be anywhere else.
what is this world happening? Like, it's a good thing that Mila Kunis was there, Rachel, as like the world's coolest human being,
Yeah.
was there, because if it wasn't for Rachel, this would have been the nightmare trip, I think, to end all nightmare trips.
And I think it also just gets worse when he eventually does get like a normal room and it's right next door to them. I mean, I would be like, no, okay, then I'm just going home, or like, I don't know. It's just, I won't do that. No, I don't want to do that.
I think I sank onto the ground when you have that scene when it's Sarah and Aldous in one room and Rachel and Peter in the other, and you're just,
Yes,
oh, I don't even want to talk about it.
yeah.
Like, you just,
Oh, the cringe.
the
The
cringe,
cringe.
like, you just want to, like, I don't think I watched it. I think I put my hands over my eyes and I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
I
Just,
go Homer Simpson with the monkey symbols in my head. Bang, 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 bang. Like,
stop. But I mean, just that feeling of his when he, ugh, yeah.
And he sees them everywhere. Like he goes for dinner, like, and they're there, and it's like this constant sinking feeling every time. And yeah, again, the fact that he stayed, I would be like, screw the money, I don't care. Like, get me out of here.
Get me out of here. And I stopped wearing a watch after watching that movie.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
I just use my cell phone. No, remember Paul Rudd when he does the surfing lessons?
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you're referencing something, but I'm not picking up.
Like, there's not much to there, but just imagine me slinking into the ground, like just watching it in Korea, and just I found a couch in so we live next to these really nice apartment buildings, and the foreigners living there would scrounge the trash areas for nice couches, and I found the
Oh, yeah.
mother of all couches one day. And
Nice.
it was a two-piecer, so I picked up one half of it, ran it back to my apartment. Then I ran back, hoping somebody else didn't grab the other half, and I grabbed that, and I ran it back to my apartment. And then you could kind of fold it into each other, so you had like a bed or a couch, whatever you wanted. It was wonderful.
Nice.
But sometimes it would kind of fall apart, and I would fall on the ground through it. Like, I feel like, just imagine me doing that while watching this movie, cringing so hard watching that scene. So I had to add Forgetting Sarah Marshall. That's my third pick.
No, it's a good one. I like it. And we're back to some like comedy vibes now.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, let's do Smoking Aces for my next one. Oh gosh.
Chainsaw
First of all,
scene.
that $50,000 suite that magician is staying in. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and I mean, like, yeah, it's the elevator scene. That elevator scene, like from the moment Ray Liotta and Nestor Carbonell gets into that elevator, it just goes. It just, from there, it's so good. I enjoy this movie. It's again also another movie where the critics tanked it, but the
Yeah.
audiences are like, well, we love it. I actually read on the front page of Rotten Tomatoes, like, the first couple of critics, like notes and links that you get on the front page. 3 critics compared it to like being a Tarantino wannabe movie. And I was like, really? Oh my gosh, please watch other and maybe more movies. I think, I don't know. I felt like Smoking Aces was way more violent. I didn't know Tarantino had monopoly on violence, and
Stylish
just
characters.
I just found it very. Go look. 3 critics
Ugh.
like mentions, and it's kind of in the vein of being a Tarantino wannabe movie, trying to be like Tarantino. I'm like, what? I don't know. I thought like the movie had its own cool style, unique style. It was fun. It went hard.
Hard. It goes so hard.
Jeez. I mean, like you've got Ben Affleck that's in the movie for 10 minutes before all of a sudden out of nowhere he just gets shot in the middle of the street.
Oh gosh.
I mean, like the movie it just kept on going. And but that, like I say, the moment those two stepped into that elevator and everything that happened after that, oh my gosh. And yeah, I messaged you to say like, how do you say her name? Tarija.
Yeah, Taraji P. Henson.
Oh, Taraji. Oh gosh, I love her in this.
She's so good.
I forgot how much I love her. She's so sparky. She's just a spark plug. Oh my gosh, she's fun to watch in this. I mean, everyone is. Everyone is delightful. Chris Pine is
Unbelievable.
the best Chris.
It's a good thing Michael Shannon got fired from this movie and he got added in last minute.
My word, I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And he just stole the movie, Chris Pine.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that scene, with Ben
ventriloquist.
Affleck, and he's just like, oh, I'm sorry. And he just, I forgive you.
Oh, when he dies at the end, I was kind of bummed out when he died at the end. I was like, oh man, like he gets a no-look shot, which is kind of crazy. That guy doesn't even look and he shoots him, which kind of Martin Henderson Hollis kills him.
Shot. Holy moly, what a shot!
But like,
that guy could be a sniper.
When Durand sits on the chainsaw because Common shoots him in the arm, and then he sits on a chainsaw, and blood erupts everywhere.
Exactly.
It is. And you know
So
what? This
when the
movie
action
did.
starts.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
Oh, I watched a Joe Blow video, and this movie did like $36 million on DVD, Blu-ray when it came out that year. So it made the $57 million, and as soon as it was released, people bought the heck out of it. So it's a legit cult classic. I just think
For sure.
Watching it, the kid with the kid in the trailer, and the
Oh my
violence of it,
gosh.
and the like, it's a really bleak, dark, bloody, violent. When Taraji unleashes that gun and just starts murdering people from across
Yeah.
from the Caesars, like, you're just it was much more gnarly than I ever could have predicted. And I love Narc, and everyone loved Narc. That's why they did this. This is why this movie only has a $17 million budget with all the cast, because they're like, I love Narc. But they shot it in like 40 days too, which is crazy. But it's,
Wow.
yeah, once that action starts and like Carbonelli kills Matthew Fox, and like it's then the Tremors run out with like blades and machetes and chainsaws, and
Yeah. The Tremor Brothers.
I love this movie. I do. It's
Same.
gnarly and it's not for everyone, but I dig it.
Yeah. No, every time I watch it, I'm like, I'll never get bored of this movie. I always love this movie. It's very fun. It's very entertaining. It's well shot. I love the style. I love the acting. And there's really not a lot that I can fault. Like, it would be weird too, because it's not like the super serious movie anyway. I mean, the movie is clearly trying to bring the fun. It's very clear, you know? So, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I love it. I love it. I
I
love
think it's just
it.
so gnarly. I don't
Yeah.
think people were expecting that level of gnarly, and I think it disarmed, like it. I think it ruffled some feathers, rifled feather. Well, there's a lot of rifles in this movie. It ruffled some, like, I don't know. I just don't think people were expecting this level of.
I mean, I wasn't either, but it made me happy.
Yeah.
So I don't know what other people's problems are that it made them not happy, but I don't know. Yeah, it's my kind of movie. I like my action done well, but also with a good dose of chaos. Like, I love chaos. It's very fun for me. It's the whole controlled chaos thing. That's my vibe, and I just thought this movie, it's got a lot of that going.
Well, Terrence Malick complimented it, so that's something. And people die.
That's something.
So many people die in this movie. Everyone's
I
expendable.
mean, it's a massacre. Like, all for what? For this, yeah, bonkers plot at the end with the CIA
And heart
yeah,
transplants. Oh, great pick.
Thanks.
I'm
I
gonna
love this movie.
I'm gonna finish up with two kind of similar. I have a theme going on, but I'm gonna take Barton Fink for my next pick because you're staying there right now. By the way, that's how I introduced you. So you're actually currently at the hotel. You're at the Earl Hotel right
Yes.
now.
I think I smell smoke, Mark, so we need to wrap it up, right?
Is the wallpaper? Is the
I
wallpaper
mean, I don't even
peeling?
want to look because I probably gonna want to puke because I mean, I would not be just fine with it. Like, oh, no, give me another room, give me another hotel. Again, I would not live in these places. Like, but yeah, I mean, I love it. Like, I love how it looks kind of like a freaking brain behind that wallpaper. I love that little effect. Like, the wall actually looks like flesh. Ah!
It just slides
Your
down.
mind
Like,
is coming undone. Oh yeah.
it's like the
This
back
movie.
rooms, but it's the early back rooms. If you just
The
look at that
early.
carpet and the wallpaper, like, there's something
Oh.
off and squishy about the
I
whole
could
thing.
smell that hotel. Like, I can smell it.
Yeah.
Like, I watched it again now before we did the pod. I watched Barton Fink again, and I can smell that hotel. I can
The
smell
mold.
the dust and the mold and that glue, the dampness, the mold. I mean, those walls are yellow. They haven't been washed since 1900.
When they first put it in.
You know.
And it made me very happy that I'm not a playwright and I just write about movies, because watching this movie with
I'm
with
actually a
Barton Fink,
playwright.
you're just an everyday guy, like it's gosh, and Goodman in this movie, Carl Madman Munt,
Oh,
Charlie Meadows, what's in the box? What's in the box? Like, this
Steve
is
Buscemi was underused
Yeah.
though. I feel like I didn't have enough Steve Buscemi. You can't put Steve Buscemi in a movie and then give me like 5 seconds of him. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
we
not
need
good.
more.
I'm sorry.
Give
We
us
need
more.
more Buscemi.
And isn't
Chicks.
Goodman? Isn't he the
My name
best
is Chicks.
killer? Cloverfield Lane.
Exactly. Yeah. 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Oh,
I
brother,
mean,
where art thou?
I'm actually working on a John Goodman piece for this coming Saturday for Cracked on his appearances. He plays the vice dean and head of the air conditioning repair school and community. So I'm doing like, all these scenes. He was in 6 episodes. So I'm literally taking every scene and kind of like ranking which was the best, funny, like talk about every scene basically. And I mean, yeah, he also plays like a bit of a dick. And he's so good at it. And his presence, sometimes he does this thing with his voice. And you're just like, if I should ever hear that in real life, I will probably just cease to exist. I would just fade away like dust, like the snap. He's so powerful and his presence is amazing. I love John Goodman so much. I mean, he is definitely also one of your treasures.
He is. He's a national treasure. And hearing him get talked over by Barton Fink, just ignoring everything he says, which is why one of my worst nightmares is sound like Barton Fink. But it's
right.
I did read something cool though. They're saying like it is a character, the Earl, and like I love the opening empty corridors. I love the shoes outside. I love the sort of surreal nature of it. Some people are like, oh, it represents his mind because it's just disgusting.
Yeah, it's very much his mind. Yeah.
But I love at the end when the flames start bursting out and Goodman goes full heel and you learn about the kills of his parents.
I'll show you what the mind can do. When he runs down that corridor, I'll show you what the mind can do. Oh my gosh. So
good. But it's such a nasty. The first thing that came into my mind was just that stupid wallpaper. Just.
Ugh, so good.
Like yeah. So that's my fourth pick. What's your fourth pick?
Fourth pick, let's see. Okay, yeah, let's do Bad Times at the El Royale, the Pervert Hotel.
The Pervert Hotel.
The Pervert Hotel with that secret like corridor hallway. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, I think like the best scene probably for me in the hotel is where what's it, Dakota?
Dakota Johnson.
Yes, when she shoots John Hamm.
Oh,
I mean, because that kind of feels like it comes out of nowhere. Like it just happens, like it's a stressful thing and you don't really know what's going on. And then, yeah, she blows a hole right through him. She doesn't shoot him. She blows a hole right through him. I mean, that was a very, very good scene. But I mean, like, there's so many because you've got these different rooms and I just liked what the movie did. And I'm glad it did well. Like, I mean, it wasn't the perfect movie, and I don't think anyone is saying that, but it's a fun movie. It felt like we haven't had something like that in a while too. Like, again, we don't make a lot of those type of movies anymore, which is fine. Like, I mean, we can do a whole lot of things, but yeah, I do like Dial, and it's also a little bit of everything. And yeah, it's got cool themes with the faith and like playing up the whole California, Nevada thing. And then you've got this hotel that looks like a motel. It looks like a motel, but it's a hotel. It's very interesting. Corey and I was like, now, what exactly is the difference between a hotel and a motel then? And then Google's like, well, a motel is just a smaller hotel. We're like, well, we know that. It's just like, yeah, we're kind of like a hotel is usually like the rooms within the building. But I mean, this hotel, the El Royale, has the rooms outside that looks like motel rooms. But it's a hotel. So that we found that very interesting. Like, but I like the whole thing. Like, yeah, it's the California on one side and the Nevada on one side. And yeah, it's a fun movie. I enjoy watching it. It could be 15 minutes shorter. It could, but it doesn't mess it up because of its length or anything. I think it's still a very fun movie to watch.
And I think Lewis Pullman's really good in it too. I like him a lot, Lewis Pullman. Bob from Top Gun. He's in that Josh Brolin show about the hole in the ground. He's a versatile actor. In that show with Brolin, he's like a cowboy. Like he's not Bob. He's a legitimate cowboy. So like this guy's got some range. And also Hemsworth in this movie. I don't know if we did this on purpose, but I just had to watch all the Chris movies. And I think Bad Times at the El Royale and Smoking Aces are two of the best of the four of their, like, I would put those in the top 5. I would.
Absolutely. Best like, Chris movies, for sure.
I think it's Hell or High Water, right? Hell or High Water, Bad Times at the El Royale, Rush, Smoking Aces, and whatever else. But those are my 4 favorite.
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely. Yeah, I mean, it was so fun in this one too.
And
Also, it's just something different. Like, that's also what I love about this movie because think about it plays out what in 1969. So like, yeah, you've got all the characters from that time. You've got the war veteran, you've got like the cult leader, like you've got the starlet who wants to, like make a career out of singing. You've kind of got all these like archetypes, not archetypes, but like from that time specifically. Like it's actually a very fun movie when you start like looking into it and stuff and learn that, oh, there was actually a real hotel that it's based on. They actually replicated the hotel for the movie. And then the production designer was like, cool, can we please have it like super symmetrical? They wanted to have it very symmetrical. But I mean, yeah, it was based on a hotel that was frequented by a lot of famous people back in the day. So like that's kind of where the story of it comes in with what's on the film reel of the famous person, what's on the film reel. Yeah, it's just a cool, fun movie in this very interesting hotel. I kind of wanted a bit more of the hotel, I guess. But I mean, we did get a lot, but I kind of wanted more, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely. And I mean, you're right though. I mean, Hamish Purdy, let's see, the production, Martin Wist, the production design. He has some wonderful articles out there about how they built this hotel. And when John Hamm is doing that walk with the dolly track laid down, and then Seamus McGarvey, who, I mean, he's the king of long takes. He did Atonement and Hannah, and that guy has shot incredible long takes. So you have Drew Goddard, who's a solid director. It's well written. You have a world-class cinematographer, world-class actors, and world-class production design. My wife and I, Megan, we immediately went and just researched this movie because I love the way it's built. I love the oneers. I love the Steadicam work. I was like, who's this Lewis Pullman? I'm like, that's Bill Pullman's kid. But I really liked it, and I think everyone brought their A game, and I think it's long. It's definitely long, but I like existing in this world, and I think it does drag you down. And I think one of the underrated parts of this movie is when Cynthia Erivo, who's amazing, Oscar nominated, she shakes down Hemsworth, and he goes from being this sort of braggadocious, swinging, sexy cult leader to just a petulant man baby. But it's it's not a sudden turn. He slowly reveals his true self, but it's not like they don't go from 0 to 11 immediately. Like you slowly turn up the heat, and then you notice that he's such a petulant thing, and it's just well made and well done.
Yeah, I love it. It's actually cool you say that because you've got that, but then you do have like these sudden changes and switches that happen throughout the movie. You've got Dakota shooting the shit out of John Hamm. You've got Cynthia at one point coming out of nowhere and smacking Jeff Bridges out, like taking him, so it's like, everything, you think everything is fine, and then it's changed. But then, yeah, with Chris, it kind of takes a while. And so it's cool. Like, I mean, there's a lot in this movie. That's the thing. Like, even if it's long, it's so fun to watch still. It's not like you're like, okay, this movie needs to be over now. You never feel like that. I think, like the last time I was just kind of surprised that, we still have a way to go. But I mean, again, it's fun. Like you say, you kind of want to spend more time there. I mean, yeah, I would love to see a sequel or like, let's return there somehow. Let's do a prequel or something. I don't know. Like, it could be fun because, yeah, some good times at the El Royale.
Really good bad times at the El Royale too.
Yes, really good bad times. There we go.
Have the cast of Good Time be in the sequel to Bad Times at the El Royale. The Safdies, our Pats.
Wow, yeah.
Let's do that. Let's do
that. Yeah, I'll pay money for that.
So I'm at my last one here. Wow, this flew by. Not like the time in Barton Fink in that gross hotel, but I'm doing another Coen brother movie, another Roger Deakins shot movie, No Country for Old Men at the Eagle Pass Hotel. And I almost didn't want to do this. Like, no film school has covered this. There's so many videos and articles out. I mean, this is a Best Picture winning film. It's a classic. But the way that Deakins shoots this scene, the way that Brolin just like, something ain't right, and he checks the tracker, And as soon as he treks the tracker, you start hearing the tracker. You hear the muffled gunshots. Anton Chigurh turns the light off. He turns the light off. The bolt thing hits him in the chest. He's like, ah! Then he shoots through the door. Just the way that the score doesn't play, and you just exist with these two very capable men. Like, one guy wants to escape, the other one wants to finish his job as quickly as possible. It's just gosh, what a well-lit, well-shot, like MVP lamp work, wonderful shadow work, empty hallway, just beautiful suspense. And they don't spend much time there, but they use the corridors and the doors and, hey, call me if someone comes in, and it's just gnarly. It's a gnarly scene, and I had to do it because I love Deakins.
It's a masterclass in how to really shoot suspense too, because it looks incredible. It looks like absolute art. It's so beautifully shot, but if you look carefully at it, you'll see that it's very simple. You know, it's just getting the framing right, but it is so simple. It's shadow under a door with a light, put the light off, suspense. Like, it's so simple. It's a 1, 2, 3. I think it's a very good scene to like explain that because I think we tend to overthink, okay, how am I supposed to write this, or how am I supposed to shoot this, depending on what you're doing, like, you know, with filmmaking. But yeah, like it's a good way of like, get out of your head, because it's really very simple. Think about lying in your bed at night and just looking at the door and kind of expecting a shadow. There's your suspense. It's as simple as that. Like, and I love that it's so beautifully filmed, that scene. I mean, when you sent it to me yesterday, I watched it on my phone, and I immediately felt like the tense vibes, but I also could not look away because of just the fact that it's just art into my eyeballs. So good.
You know, on Twitter,
yeah, no, what a great movie.
When someone goes, No Country for Old Men, 2008, and then they just put 4 photos of it. But if they just put 4 photos from this scene, it would get 80,000 likes, because it's that great.
Yes.
You know, it's a stock film 100%. Twitter thing, but I think sometimes people are like, oh, it's stock film Twitter, it's stock this, but No Country for Old Men is a work of art. Roger Deakins,
it is.
Coen brothers, all the actors. The Oscars were, I mean, Kelly MacDonald, the scene with the guy at the gas station with the coin. Everyone is Tommy Lee Jones just saying, like, this world's too evil for me now. I can't do this. And when he talks about the old coffee in the pot, like, how old is this coffee? And you even feel that coffee. And the movie just weighs on you. And just Brolin in this movie, I think, is so good as well. And I don't know. I love
like when
movie.
Brolin is like walking in between the states, like they're over the border, and those 3 young like kids come up, and I mean, the guy is hurting. He's like blood soaked. They think he's been in a car accident, but the guy refuses to give him a shirt before he doesn't give him the $50 or whatever. You know, it's like yeah, that oh gosh. So you get when Tommy Lee says, yeah, I'm too old for this shit now. Yeah. This world is getting too violent. It's getting too shitty. I want out. Like, because yeah, you've got all these little moments that just feeds into it, and then. Yeah, like Brolin's character just wants to run away with the money, and then like we'll be fine and never work again or whatever. And it's like, yeah, guy, now you're gonna die.
And then in a motel that we don't see off screen. It's
right.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that, because I like ambiguity in general, and it's not that I don't like that. I usually just like it more in a way. I don't know. I feel like it was this intense cat and mouse game the whole time, and then it just happens off screen.
Tommy Lee Jones speech.
But I mean, then I'm like, yeah, that's Coen Brothers. So I guess I kind of brush it off because it's them. It's a very Coen Brother thing to do. But what a great movie.
Oh, so we're down to your last one. We're down to our last movie. Another Ray Liotta picture.
Another Ray Liotta.
This one's very wet. This is a rain-heavy movie you picked.
Yeah, no, it's very wet. We started off with the horror hotel. This is the murder motel. I love that identity kind of it starts off and then it comes back to it, but it's kind of have like this Halloween vibe where Michael Myers is being transported like to somewhere else, and then he escapes, and then he go murders people, but also in this he just has like multiple personalities or whatever. I mean, but what a fun movie. Like, another one that just will never get old. It's very over the top with a lot of like, like stuff that they pull out of the hats, but that's what makes it so fun. It's a bonkers thing. It's like Malignant. It's like, no one's going to be like, oh, Malignant, that's scientifically never going to be possible, blah, blah. I mean, I don't know why people are doing it with Identity. Do you really think this movie is trying to be like, oh, we are like the experts on mental health care and disorders and whatnot?
DID.
No, Identity isn't trying to do that.
It wants to put heads in. Well, speaking of Halloween, they put a head in a dryer, which is a very Michael Myers move.
Right? Yeah. Like when I rewatched it for the pod the other day, I was thinking definitely more Myers. Maybe because I like started, like catching up on all the Halloween movies that I haven't seen over the years. But definitely had some Michael Myers vibes to it. But yeah, also fun cast. Ray Liotta's there. We've got Amanda Peet. I love her to bits. She's always fun. Like John Cusack. Yeah, it's just Claire Duvall. She's in there.
Jake Busey.
Yeah, we don't get enough of her though. But some of them goes fast. Some of them go quick.
And then we have a twist at the end.
And then we've got such a lekker delicious twist. I love it. I love it because then it just turns it into a kid horror. I mean,
you're right. Yeah.
Like, I mean, we should actually, great. Immediate idea for our next pod. We should do the scariest kids in movies episode.
I would love to do that. And
all the kids that freak us out.
Oh, gosh. I don't
You're probably going to do, what was that movie last year? The Bone?
The Bone.
What, Love and Bones or what?
Bones and All?
Bones and All. I still need to watch that. You said there was a kid that scared the bejesus out of you.
Oh, Mark Rylance as Sully.
Right. Don't tell me I still have to watch it,
Okay.
but yeah.
But this movie made 90 million, Identity, and I think Cusack does well in hotels too. You have 1408. There's some good hotel
That's
kills
right.
in Grosse Pointe Blank. He's a good hotel actor, and it's but yeah, just the creepy vibes, the excellent fake rain, the drench, like the way it's soaked, the way it sort of handled its. I think it handled its budget really well. I mean, James Mangold directed this. Like James Mangold is not like dude's a beast. Like he did Ford vs Ferrari. I love that movie. Like he did Logan, 310 to Yuma.
Yeah.
So this isn't just a horror movie. This is a well shot, well directed, well acted, bloody, twisty, mean movie that's absolutely silly.
Exactly. It's a serial killer movie that is bonkers. That, yeah, a lot of twists and turns and all of that. I mean, even the opening of it actually made me think of Malignant. It's funny. I think, how Identity did a lot of those things back in the day, where it opens up with these reports of this guy and something's not right and what and mysterious. I love it. I mean, it's such
Dakota, Nevada, Washington.
It's such a just also feel good, like fun watch, easy watching, couch chilling movie. I mean, yeah, we really enjoyed it. Like it was great to rewatch it again. And the Murder Motel. Gosh. Everyone got slaughtered.
I like the head in the dryer.
Yeah.
Can't beat that.
Yeah, that was a good one. Like the head reveal.
And poor Pete. I felt so bad for Pete.
Poor Pete.
Pete's whenever she's on screen, she just has this super smart vibe. Does that you just watch her and you're like, I think she's like very smart. That's a weird thing to say, but very rarely do I feel that. Like Cusack too. Like they just have this vibe of just being very. It's a good pairing, Pete and Cusack.
Yeah,
I just froze, but I just like Pete on. I just like Amanda Peet crushing it.
She's got she's got control. You feel like you can trust her, like she knows what she's doing. She's definitely got that vibe to it. Like she's got a handle on it. She's a very good actress. I think she's underrated personally.
And then you bring in
Because
what Pruitt Taylor Vince and Jake Busey, who are obvious wild cards.
there are some wild cards. It's such a yeah, it's a fun. It's funny because my a girl that I used to know that studied with me, she spoiled this movie for me. Yeah, and I'm not so, I'm not heavy on like don't spoil a movie for me, but this is like spoiling The Sixth Sense for someone, like there's some movies that you just don't do it. So yeah, the first time I watched this movie, I knew what was going to happen at the end, but at least like I didn't know everything. It was still so entertaining to watch, to see it all play out, because it does still have twists and turns and whatnot. But so yeah, it's also kind of like I don't want to spoil it now for anyone who or maybe doesn't remember it that well. Like, go rewatch it, you guys, because I didn't see it's a fun serial killer slasher type movie that is in the style of Malignant, in that it just doesn't take itself, too seriously, even though it does have a bit of a bonkers like explanation for it all.
Oh,
But it's fun. It's so fun.
like you can't take this. If they took what this was seriously, it would fall apart. Like you can't you
Yeah,
can't tell this story. This story can't be
Exactly.
told in a serious manner. This is
Yeah,
not
that would be impossible.
yeah, it's not that
I mean,
movie.
it was really just pop culture people that were like, riffing on anything that they could back then. But it kind of like irritated me because you're making people think this is not a good movie, and it actually is. It's actually really fun and entertaining. But I mean, I guess, yeah, people will say anything to make a buck.
Hey, well, we did it. 10 down.
We did it!
Soup,
Wow.
soup time.
Private soupster with my little spoon.
Yeah, you get more bites. Like
Correct.
I
It
don't want to eat
literally lasts longer.
yeah. I mean, if you eat fast, I guess you could do it, but like a big spoon, you're done in 10 scoops. Like, what's the even point of that? Like, what's
I mean, if you eat fast, you can just well drink it out of a cup. I would rather drink it than like chug it.
yeah. I just don't like tomato soup either. I just don't understand it. I've never liked tomato soup.
Do you really?
No.
Do you like spicy food?
No, I mean, yeah, I like spicy food, but just tomato soup, I don't get it. Like, you can dunk a
Oh.
grilled cheese into it, but if someone just served me up tomato soup, I'll be incredibly polite and I would eat it because I'm not a heathen. And I would say thank you and I wouldn't complain. I just don't understand the allure of tomato soup.
Well, I love tomato soup, so I can't relate to you.
Anything
And
in it?
I'll make you tomato soup, and then you'll be very polite and eat it, and I'll laugh at you.
Oh, this is delicious. You have some bread I can soak in it?
That's right, Mark.
You have grilled
Enjoy
cheese with
every
Gruyere?
bite.
You have Gruyere grilled cheese like in The
Some
Hunt?
Gruyere, please. Thank you.
Just, I'll do that. Yes, yes, please. But yeah,
Yes.
just not like lobster. I'm allergic to shellfish, so that knocks that out. Yeah, like is minestrone a soup?
Yeah. Minestrone soup.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'll do,
Yeah.
I'll crush some of that. All right, let's get out of here. Oh,
Stop with the soup talk. Oh my
oh,
gosh.
all right. Where can
Oh, this has
people?
been fun.
I included your Twitter link in the post, but where can people find you?
On the rooftop of the $1 Million Hotel
No.
in my Oscar nightgown, singing like Memory from Cats before I
Wow.
jump.
Wow.
There
I'll
we
have a big
go.
bowl of soup you can land in. Like a
Last meal, big bowl of soup. Okay, we need to.
All right, we're out of here. So thank you for joining me, Zanandi.
Thanks, Mark.
All right, so for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, for Zanandi Boetis, this is Movies, Films, and Flicks. We'll see you next week.